Get in the game. Never be embarrassed about starting small or scrappy or crappy, because that's part of the journey.
Good people often become seduced by the chatter of their loudest fears.
Procrastination, in the name of reducing risk, actually increases risk. Want to be happy? Build a life, not just a business.
Living that believing life. Out here living that believing life. Every day we living that believing life. Hustle like we living that believing life. Living life, yeah, so we grinding it out. Every single day we be grinding it out. Hustle like we living that believing life, oh. That believing life, oh.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and this channel was created to help you overcome the #1 challenge that is holding you back, a lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there's something more inside you too. You've got Michael Jordan level genius at something. So today, let's live your best belief life and learn the 5 biggest mistakes you're making and how you can fix them. Enjoy. Okay, let's kick it off with life fix number 1, take action with Mel Robbins.
One of the biggest reasons why you're unhappy is because deep down you know what you want, but you won't allow yourself to have it. And I want to break this down for you because after coaching millions of people for the last decade, this is a fundamental issue for each and every one of us. So as you go about your life and you scroll through social media, you will inevitably bump into images or people who have the things that you'd like to have, or they're doing the things that you've always dreamt of doing. And instead of using that moment to inspire you to take action, to either learn about the thing you want to be doing, to do the work to get the things that you want, you're capable of doing those things. But instead of taking action, you make a fatal mistake. We all do this, by the way. You stop and you consider the thing that you want or the thing that you want to do, and then you tell yourself, it'll never happen for me. Right there, you just killed your inspiration, you killed your dream, you killed your goal, you invalidated yourself, you invalidated your desires, you pounded yourself down into the ground and basically said you're not worthy of that thing. And in that second, you just gave up on yourself and on all the things that are actually meant for you in your life. And so what do I want you to do about it? Well, here's what I want you to do about it. I want you to understand that you get to want those things and you also can have them, but it's going to require action. And so the next time you find yourself going about your life and you feel that pang inside of you where you're like, gosh, I'd love to have that kind of car, or I'd love to have that kind of house, or I'd love to have that kind of health or mindset. Note it, and then remind yourself of a simple truth. I can have that mindset. I can have that car. I can have that lifestyle. I just have to be willing to put in the work. It's that simple. Stop telling yourself it'll never happen for you. Because the reason why it's not happening is because you keep telling yourself it won't. The second you tell yourself it absolutely can happen for me, I just got to do the work, you will flip into a mode of taking action, and that's when you'll get it done.
Life fix number 2, walk into your fears with Sharma.
One of my brain tattoos that I've become very well known for is, no one will believe in you until you believe in you. And so good people often become seduced by the chatter of their loudest fears. And what I mean by that is we come up with a great idea. Let's say it's to start a project that will allow you to lead your field. Let's say it's an idea for a new product that will allow you to grow a new company. Let's say you come up with an idea for a new painting if you are an artist. Let's say it's an idea that will allow you to take your fitness and your wellness and your longevity to a whole new level of wow. And pretty shortly after you come up with the idea, your ego starts screaming. Because we are good in our comfort zones, but the moment we start to go blue ocean around our next level of mastery, our fears come up because we're going out into the unknown. It's human. You know, if you were to look at the psychobiology of it and you were to study the pure biology of it, there's a term called homeostasis. Human beings are hardwired for a steady state. And that kept us alive. So literally our heart beats around the same amount, the 72 beats per minute, and our blood pressure is within a small bandwidth, and that allows us to survive. But what happens is when we come up with a new idea and when we see a new opportunity and we start to leave our comfort zones into the zone of the unknown where greatness lives, we get scared. And the true heroes and the true titans and the true masters, those people are not fearless. Those are people who have just practiced walking into their fear and living on the razor's edge consistently to the point where they're comfortable amid their discomfort. And that's the great opportunity for you, not to avoid fear, but to be comfortable in the unknown, to be comfortable when you're terrified.
Life fix number 3, start small with Brendon Burchard.
People say, Brendon, I'm scared to start my dream. I'm like, you're not scared to start your dream. You're embarrassed to be seen starting small. Big difference. It's not about the dream that's freaking you out. It's about how you're going to feel chasing the dream. It's about how you're going to be perceived chasing the dream. It's about how you fear at night it won't turn out the way you wanted. It's not about the dream. It's about how you're processing how it will feel chasing the dream. And once you figure that out, you see that you can rewire yourself. You can teach yourself to think differently about the journey and the process. Because look, no matter how small you start something that matters. Start something that brings your life back. Start something that makes your heart feel full. Start something that does scare you. Allow that fear, allow that worry, allow that anxiety a little bit, because that's just saying you're growing, you're learning, you're changing, you're getting going. But let's be very clear. Most people, what they're really scared about is being embarrassed. Well, I don't know if I quit my job and I start this thing, what do my coworkers think when I do that? I don't know if I start this, what are my friends gonna say when they see me playing small and not doing big things? Because every big project starts with small little tasks that don't look sexy. Oh, what's everyone gonna think about me that I chose this route when the other thing was over here and that was a better choice? What people are scared about is being rejected, or more, being embarrassed. I tell people all the time, don't be embarrassed to start small. I think about when I started doing videos, it wasn't, we're at 200 million video views now. Tell you what, when I started, I was okay with the fact that it was like 10 people watched my videos, 9 of them was my mom on a different browsers probably hitting refresh to make me feel better about myself, I accepted the fact that starting small was part of the game. Instead of bemoaning that, I honored that process. I said, that is part of it. Being small in a big pond with big fish is part of the game. And only until you keep playing, keep moving, keep building, do you ever become one of the big fish. You have to be okay with being small. And so if you start your channel or you start your thing and only 100 people watch it, hey, that's 100 people who heard your message. That's 100 people who you helped. That's 100 people who you changed your mindset for. That's 100 people who let you do your own thing and watch. And even if they were haters, at least you started penetrating their mind. Get in the game. Never be embarrassed about starting small or scrappy or crappy, because that's part of the journey. It's supposed to be that way. So don't fear it. Acknowledge that's part of it. I'm gonna honor that. Let's go.
All right, my friend Evan Carmichael's book. Listen, humans are built to serve. Some people are built to serve the world. Others want to serve the 25 people closest to them. But in either case, humans are built to serve. So if you're not happy right now, it's because you're not serving enough. You got to pick up this book because it's so inspiring to remind you that we're all here to contribute, to make a difference, to make an impact, and this is your field guide for that.
Life fix number 4, change your mindset with Nichols.
I would have stopped being afraid sooner and earlier that greatness and abundance and wild success was available to someone that looked like me. Someone that came from my background, someone that had my educational foundation, which was I'm functionally dyslexic. I struggled in school. I would have still given myself permission sooner to have a breathtaking, abundant life. While I was transforming my life, I still kept this sense of disbelief. And so I know that I slowed myself down a lot, because until I believed it was for me, it couldn't really come into my hemisphere. It couldn't come into my life. So I would have done more work on my mindset earlier. I would have not just chased the goal, I would have chased the new belief system first. Well, I hope that some of my mistakes, based on what I didn't know, helps you to know some things sooner, quicker, faster, or that it just helps to validate that you're not alone in your thinking. I don't ever try to be perfect. I just want to perfectly manage my imperfection.
And life fix number 5, the last one before some very special bonus clips, is don't empower the problem with Eric Thomas.
Don't empower the problem, all right? You're making it bigger than what it is, all right? So I apologize, but I gotta go back just a little bit, all right? Listen to me very closely. When I think about my father, that was like one of the, the biggest challenges of my life, one of the biggest problems of my life. Let me tell you guys what I did wrong. I remember I was probably about 18 or 19 years old when I first was like, boom, I'm about to tackle this problem. I remember I was about 18, 19 in college. I had just left a worship experience and I was feeling it like forgive, like for real. My man was talking about forgiveness and I was like, yep, this is it. This is it. I'm about to do it, right? And I don't remember what happened, but I told you somehow I empowered the problem. I started thinking about all the negative. If I call, what's gonna happen if I call and he ignore me? Or what if he don't answer my phone call? Or what if he pick up the phone and he don't wanna be bothered? Or what if I go all the way to Chicago and he don't wanna really deal with the problem? I start thinking about all the negative. As soon as I had the energy and the strength to say, I'm gonna deal with this. This is over. This is it. It will never happen again. Guys, I remember picking up the phone, trying to make the phone call, and I had got so much anxiety. I had got so overwhelmed that I hung up the phone. I remember 25 years old. I came at it again. I'm in Chicago for Christmas. I'm walking up the stairs. My man is, somehow we get there at the same time. We walking up the stairs and I speak, right? And then I go in the house and the phone rings and I pick up the phone and somebody says they want to speak to their father. And I'm like, okay, I put it all together and then come to find out it was my sister. And once again, I got overwhelmed. As we were walking up the stairs, I was saying, this is it. I'm about to build a relationship with my father. This is it. I'm about to deal with it. I'm about to overcome this thing, this monkey on my back, this elephant that's in the room. I'm about to deal with it and move on with the rest of my life. And when my sister called and I pick up that phone, I just was overwhelmed. I had another brother come in and another brother come in. I got overwhelmed and I didn't do it. I said I was going to do it. I said I was going to overcome it. I could have been where I am 5 years ago. 5 years earlier, I could have been E.T. the hip hop preacher. And so I'm doing all this traveling. I'm doing all this speaking, but I've got this issue that's overwhelming me that I can't get past. And then finally at 30, I dealt with it. Listen to me. This is the principle for the day. You got to do me a huge favor. I don't care how hard it is. Do not ignore the problem. Because guess what? It ain't going away. It ain't going nowhere. And that's what I did. I tried to ignore it. I tried to tell myself, it's okay. You don't need him in your life. It's okay. It ain't that deep. You ain't got to deal with that. It's okay. Look, you're doing good for yourself. You're in college. You got a family. You got a wife and a child. You're going to be all right. You don't need to deal with that. You're a pretty good speaker. You're about to finish the university soon. It's okay. You got a relationship with your mom and you got a relationship with your homeboys. You got a relationship with the people at your church. You're doing all right. E.T., you don't got to do that. You can live the rest of your life without building a relationship with my man. It's not necessary. Look, I'm not even talking about my father. I'm not even talking about our relationship. I'm talking about a problem in my life. So for you, I don't know what it is, but that problem, you cannot ignore it. Why? It will not go away. It will not go away on its own. It will not. You won't just wake up one day and it won't be there anymore. It's going to be there and it will haunt you for the rest of your life. So I'm telling you from personal experience, deal with it. Deal with it. And the sooner you deal with it and the sooner you overcome it, the sooner you get to your rewards, baby. The sooner you get on the other side of it, the sooner you begin to feel fulfillment. The sooner you get on the other side is self-actualization. Your dreams become a reality. The sooner you get on the other side of the problem is a wealth of success. The sooner you deal with the fact that you have test anxiety, deal with it.
Now I've got a special bonus clip that I think you're gonna enjoy. But before that, it's time for the question of the day. I wanna know, what was your single biggest takeaway from this video and your plan of action for the next week? When you watch a video and just get motivated, the science says you have a 35% chance of actually following through on your goals. That's not good enough. No, not for you, Believe Nation. We gotta do something. But when you write it down and you create a specific plan of action for the next week, that number jumps to 91% chance of you following through. And when you commit to somebody else, like leaving a comment on this video, it jumps to 95%. You need to follow through on your goals. So what was your single biggest takeaway from this video and your specific plan of action for the next week? Put it down in the comments below so I can celebrate you.
Don't wait until you have enough facts to be 100% sure, because by then it's almost always too late. Procrastination in the name of reducing risk actually increases risk. That last line really got me. Procrastination in the name of reducing risk actually increases risk. Your procrastination on your ideas because you want it to be perfect is actually making you miss on the huge opportunity in front of you. So when I was 22 years old, I had a $40 million potential deal to sell my company. Life-changing kind of money, right? I went from making $300 a month to have an opportunity to sell my business for $40 million 3 years later. That's crazy. The problem was we were too perfect and we got to the table too late. There was a big company that came in, raised a whole bunch of money to go off and start buying companies. And I was working on the business plan. Whole summer working on the business plan. Just thinking back is so painful. It's so painful. I spent the whole summer working on our business plan because we thought we need to have the perfect business. Before you go out and talk to people, you better have the perfect business plan. What if you get asked a question you know the answer to? Well, it better be in your business plan. That's what we thought. And so we worked so much, and that was mostly my role. While my partners were making the software, I was doing the business plans. This is mostly on me. And when we heard about the company that was then trying to do this acquisition, we got in, started talking to them, and we were one of two companies that they were looking to buy. One of two companies. It was between us and our biggest competitor. And they came and they told us, we really love your business. We really love you. We really love what you're doing. We love how easy your software is to use. Your software is actually easier to use than these other guys. But we've been working with these guys for so long. We've already been in talks with them for so long. We have to move quickly, so we're gonna go with them instead of you. And it's one of those things that's stuck in the back of my head that, man, like, what if we were just 3 months earlier? What if we were just 6 months earlier? Would it have made a difference? I don't know, 50% chance? 50% of $40 million is a pretty good chance. It was because I was afraid, because I wanted to be perfect, that I was too gun shy to just go off and start talking to people and start testing my assumptions, that we lost out on the big deal. And ever since then, that's why I call myself a recovering perfectionist, because it's still inside me, because I want things to be amazing. I want things to be perfect. But in doing that, I miss out on great opportunities. And so it's a constant reminder to myself that I need to take action, that I need to get that idea that I have in my head and find a way to just start. That I can worry about the ongoing process of chasing perfection, but I'm never gonna get there. And that I need momentum, because the biggest thing missing for me, for you, for everybody's ideas, the biggest thing missing isn't perfection. The biggest thing missing is momentum.
If you want to know the mistakes that are standing between you and your big break, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll love it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
A lot of people aren't where they should be. A lot of people are not getting the results that they should be getting with their talent, with their skill, with their love. They are not where they want to be. They're not hitting their goals. They're not having the impact that they could have.